So today, YouTube subscriber Juan Gutierrez rocked my world by informing me that I am in an episode of Scare Tactics on the official Scare Tactics YouTube channel. Now, this happened like 12 years ago. I have some memories of this, but I know it never actually aired on TV, probably because my reaction was very poor for what they were going for anyways. But I kind of wanted to watch this with you guys because I've heard rumors that this was on in like different stations on the Philippines, but it has never before aired. So I'm on the Scare Tactics YouTube channel. The title of this is YouTube exclusive, Deadly Desperate Housewife, Scare Tactics International. The description says the prank. An attractive young housewife takes a liking to her new male assistant until he refuses to help her kill her husband. Let's begin.
Next up, Sean thought he was assisting a nice young housewife for the day, but his friend Ryan thought it would be more fun to scare him. Good thinking, Ryan.
So apparently 12 years ago, I held an extra 30 pounds in my face, but my body was somehow the same. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Continuing on.
To every stressful situation, how Sean reacts is he smiles and laughs. My goal is hopefully Scare Tactics will be able to make you cry.
First of all, that guy's name is not Ryan. That's my buddy, the Ocho. I don't know where Ryan came from, but yeah, his actual name is the Ocho. Well, not his actual name, but...
Sean's job is about to get off to a really nice start, right up until the time he's framed for murder.
This is my house, mine and my husband's house, not that he's ever here.
Right.
So basically, I run like a travel agency, travel business, and I hate doing the paperwork. So I need help with paperwork. It's really simple.
I'm the man.
You're the man. I know, I can see you're the man.
I'm like the Winston Churchill of paperwork.
All right, let me stop you there. When I say I'm the Winston Churchill of paperwork, with no context, it comes off a little arrogant. I distinctly remember having a conversation with her about how much I enjoyed British culture and felt like I had a British soul. And then I was name-dropping a lot of British references, Winston Churchill being one of them. So in the moment, I was actually bringing back a Winston Churchill reference. Out of context, they just make me look like a fool.
Iced tea? That's a nice
Is
tea.
it unsweetened iced tea?
I think it is. I'll check. I'll
Okay.
check. You don't take sugar?
Nah.
No, because you're sweet enough, huh?
So am I supposed to seal these envelopes?
Yeah, just seal them as well, please, darling.
Alright.
Sorry. There you go. Do you have a girlfriend?
No, single.
Oh, single.
Swinging bachelor.
Wow. Oh, hey, sweetie, this is my husband.
Who the hell are you?
I'm Sean. She wanted me to help with the...
He's just helping me do my business, sweetie.
Nice to see you dressed up for the occasion. Like the view there, Sean? Just hang on their flavor of the month. Let me talk to my wife, all right?
You got it.
Sorry, this is so embarrassing.
The bank calls me today. $50,000?
What?
What do you mean, what?
Business expenses.
You
You know I did.
$50,000 to fold envelopes? If I'm gonna work for it, you can at least tell me how you're gonna spend it and
You know,
when.
you know what the sad thing is? You've got to pay someone to love you.
Watch your wallet.
I'm so sorry. He shouldn't have called you that.
It's alright, don't worry about it.
The joke of it is, if he died, like if he was just gone, I would get millions.
I mean, you're considering like killing him? Or what?
Do you want to help me and have half the fortune?
I'm not really experienced
Would you
in
help
that
me?
kind of thing.
I'm so sorry, I'm just...
You don't have to kill him.
You don't have to kill him. I'm not really experienced in that kind of thing. Murder. What's reason?
It's the heat of the moment.
You saw it, right?
Yeah.
You saw what he was doing.
But killing him? Come on. Seriously.
Okay, fine, just forget I said the whole thing. Come upstairs, let me pay you. Please don't mention a word of this to anyone now. Oh God, I feel so stupid. Come in. Oh, hang on. Hang on one sec. I think it's downstairs.
You here to pay me, dude?
What's that?
You here to pay me? No, I don't think so. I was helping with the envelopes.
That's what I was doing. Nice to meet you.
It's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Can you help me upstairs with something, please? Thank you. Just in the bedroom.
Lock this in. What was going on down there?
That girl's like husband or something came in. I guess it was supposed to be here.
I'm gonna kick this door down.
Okay, now!
Can we just watch that reveal one more time? I wanted to say, this is very heavily edited. I remember being in that room, and that guy come out of the closet, and I'm like, were you in the closet? Why were you in the closet? I had a lot of questions for that guy in the moment, which they edited out for time's sake, I suppose. I guess this is like, what, like a 6-minute video? I remember this whole thing took maybe like an hour. I also distinctly remember advising that once we were locked in, we should jump out the window, because it's only the second story. And I even remember going to the window and scouting it, and finding like a drain pipe that we could both like slide down. And I remember him being very against this, probably now in hindsight knowing, because me injuring myself going out a window is probably very liable for scare tactics. I also remember trying to go to open that door earlier, because they probably also can't legally lock you in, because I didn't even check to see if it was locked. So as soon as I went to go lock that in is when the guy kicked it, and then the guy fell down the stairs.
Oh my god!
Sit down, dude. Sit down.
Sweetie, our plan worked. Sweetie, our plan
Terrified.
All right, here's the story. I just walked in. I happen to see you push this guy down the stairs because you want your money.
Well, I don't think that's completely accurate.
You pushed him down the stairs, and that's her story. Laura, call the cops.
All right, one more time. The look of abject terror right there.
Guy down the stairs because you want.
My whole world crumbling beneath me.
Dude, do not get tough.
The door was kicked by you.
By you.
He pushed my husband down the stairs. I think my husband's dead.
It's 2 against 1 here, man.
Forensics is gonna know. Is your footprint on the door?
Forensics not gonna do anything.
That's
What are
like
you
size 14 feet. They're not gonna trace this back to you.
You're taking the fall for this.
Forensics.
Damn it, you're not.
Forensics are an amazing medical advancement.
Forensics my ass, all right?
Forensics are an amazing medical advancement. I just want to say, that was a very Larry David reaction to this entire thing.
Forensics is gonna know. Is your footprint on the door?
Forensics not gonna do anything.
That's
What are
like
you
size 14 feet. They're not gonna trace this back to you.
You're taking the fall for this.
Forensics.
Damn it, you're not.
Forensics are an amazing medical advancement.
And this is probably before I even ever saw Curb Your Enthusiasm. So I'm kind of like retroactively proud of my performance in this.
Now you're pissing me off.
Open the door.
Sit down. Now you're pissing me off, son. Sit down.
No, okay, alright. They edited this again because I also remember not sitting down when that guy told me to sit down. So they're trying to make me look a little less hard here. I think they took that from a different angle of me initially sitting down. Guys, I did not sit down. In fact, that was when I got my phone out. I'm like, this is getting weird. I'm calling the Ocho. And then...
Other option?
What's the other option?
Put you on scare tactics, dude.
Seriously?
Your boy set you up, dude.
I'll hug it out.
Sit down, man. This is our stuntman, Rick. You all right, Rick?
Did you actually fall down the stairs? Yeah.
He did a real stunt, barrel rolling down.
Yeah, that was nice. That was terrified. So wait, so you're really not married then?
No.
You live in town?
Hell no.
Okay, alright. Alright, one more on that one.
So wait, so you're really not married then?
No.
You live in town?
Hell no.
Alright kids, that move right there is proof that there's never a bad time to shoot your shot. Always aim for the stars. So there it is. I was on Scare Tactics. Now, a couple different things. I remember thinking the whole time that this was super weird. The Ocho dropped me off. We were supposed to go in there together, and he was like, hey, why don't you just go in there? I'm gonna run some errands, come back, and I'll meet you there. And I was like, why would you just drop me off? Why don't we just go together? He's like, no, don't worry. Just get out, go by yourself. I know these people, they're fine. It was something that he never totally would have done. So I was very cautious right off the front. This is when I first moved to Las Vegas. I had no job. I was doing absolutely anything I could for money. So I was very excited to be getting what I was told was $150 to stuff these envelopes. So another thing, to tell you where my mind was at as soon as I found out I was on Scare Tactics, was they took us to the garage and they had like a craft service table set up, so it was free food. So I was all about that free food. And then I had to sign some waivers and stuff that they could use it. And then they gave me a check for $75 for being on the show. But I was like, I was actually hoping to make $150 for stuffing envelopes. So to me, it was actually like a net loss, and I like really needed that money at the time. So that's kind of what I remember about Scare Tactics. And then I was like, there's no way they're ever gonna use this. And then I remember a few years ago, another one of my subscribers said that he saw this in the Philippines or something. So they must have like had like a different edited version that never made it in the States. It was on the Philippines. I've been trying to find this forever. It's so funny. This is totally out of my mind. But that's basically what I remember about the entire experience. And so happy that I could share it all with you. If you want to see it uncut from this video in its entirety, I'll link it in the description. So definitely a fun walk down memory lane. If any of you guys have ever been in a game show, please let me know what your experience was like. And until next time, just remember, always shoot your shot.